used to. This time he's getting hammered over new bombshell revelations, literally about bombshell revelations. Not only is he dishonest, he's not too bright.
I smell it. And as we can see, my nose is pretty large. Even though I got allergies, I can still smell well enough. I know what I'm smelling when I'm smelling it.
In one of the most talked about moments in sports and entertainment crossover history, Stephen A. Smith and Jimmy Kimmel delivered a ruthless double shot at Floyd Mayweather on live TV, igniting laughter, debate, and a wave of media buzz. The moment blended ESPN's raw sports commentary with Kimmel's sharp late-night satire, unfolding amid rising controversy over Mayweather's alleged crypto scams, shady real estate ventures, and mounting debts. Smith took aim during a fiery ESPN segment, questioning Mayweather's legacy and financial choices, while Kimmel followed with savage parody and pointed jokes. Together, they didn't just entertain, they exposed the cracks in Mayweather's once untouchable empire.
Or was this just...
I guess it's something that they just made up.
Something made up. Do you think they're going to paint over that when it goes as everyone seems to think it's going to go?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You should buy that gym from him and knock it down with a wrecking ball.
We can do that.
That would be something you could potentially make. How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel's direct and provocative questioning heightened the spotlight on Floyd Mayweather, revealing cracks beneath his flashy lifestyle. As troubling financial issues surfaced, analysts warned that reckless spending, poor investments, and a lack of steady income could threaten even immense wealth. In Mayweather's case, those warnings seemed becoming true, not as theory, but as a real-time unraveling of his financial stability.
I bought myself on my contract for $750,000, and in just 3 fights, I made $750 million.
So would you say that was maybe the biggest point in your career? Was
I think
because you had the talent, you had all of that.
I think the best thing about my career was I'm my own boss. That I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I rolled the dice, and to become great at whatever you want to do, you got to roll the dice and take a chance on yourself.
Jimmy Kimmel, known for his sharp wit and satirical commentary, has a history of poking fun at Floyd Mayweather's public image. One of the most memorable moments came during the build-up to the highly anticipated Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight in 2015. On an April episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, Manny Pacquiao appeared as a guest, and Kimmel jokingly expressed his desire to join Pacquiao's entourage as his version of Justin Bieber, who was famously part of Mayweather's own entourage. Pacquiao agreed, setting the stage for a hilarious and headline-grabbing stunt on fight night at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Kimmel kept his word. He accompanied Pacquiao to the ring wearing a Run DMC-inspired outfit, complete with black fedora, oversized gold chains, and a Pac-Man t-shirt. The shirt depicted the Pac-Man character humorously devouring tiny images of Mayweather's head instead of the usual dots. Kimmel's appearance not only delighted fans, but also added an unexpected layer of satire to one of the most hyped boxing events in history. Kimmel continued his provocative antics in a 2017 interview with Mayweather on Jimmy Kimmel Live. During the conversation, Kimmel stunned both the audience and Mayweather by asking whether the boxer would make love to Conor McGregor, referring to his upcoming bout with the Irish UFC star. The bizarre question left Mayweather visibly puzzled and quickly went viral, showcasing Kimmel's knack for mixing humor with uncomfortable truths. Despite the jabs and jokes, Mayweather's financial achievements are undeniable. Over his storied career, he has reportedly earned over $1.1 billion, with $300 million from his 2017 fight against McGregor and $250 million from the 2015 Pacquiao clash. In 2006, he famously paid $750, 000 by himself out of a top-ranked contract, an investment that led to roughly $750 million in subsequent earnings. Today, Mayweather claims to earn $300 million a month through various business ventures, especially in real estate. His vast portfolio spans luxury homes, exotic cars, Mayweather Promotions, and the Money Team brand, reinforcing his status as one of the wealthiest athletes in history.
Everybody claiming that I'm not that sharp and I'm not that smart, then why should I give you guys my business plan? Right, why you want to know? Why should I reveal my business plan? It's obvious if I've been a multi-millionaire and made over $1 billion by the time I was 40, I think I made over $1.2 billion with no endorsement deals, independent. So it's obvious I got some type of remedy, or I know what I'm doing.
During a 2017 appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Floyd Mayweather offered a revealing glimpse into his extravagant lifestyle and bold financial mindset. When host Jimmy Kimmel questioned him about his spending habits, Mayweather responded with his signature confidence. "Whatever you bet, if you don't win, I'll give it back to you." The remark underscored his self-assurance and his financial acumen, and his willingness to put his wealth behind his words. He went on to share that he once had a Brinks truck deliver millions of dollars directly to his residence, an example of his flair for luxury and convenience. Mayweather's lavish spending habits don't end there. He reportedly pays up to $1,000 per meal for his personal chef and the same amount for haircuts. His collection of high-end vehicles includes a rare $4.7 million Koenigsegg C6 Sartre Vita, one of only two in existence. These anecdotes highlight Mayweather's unapologetically opulent lifestyle, defined by excess and a desire to surround himself with the finest money can buy. However, not everyone views Mayweather's financial approach with admiration. ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith has been one of his most vocal critics, particularly targeting Mayweather's extravagant spending and what Smith describes as questionable investment choices. One notable example is Mayweather's reported $42 million investment in a New York City real estate portfolio. Investigative reports later revealed that there was no official change in property ownership records, raising doubts about the authenticity of the deal. Smith argues that such inconsistencies cast serious shadows over Mayweather's public image as a savvy businessman. Smith's critique paints a broader picture of financial risk, the dangers of unchecked spending and illusion of wealth built on potentially unstable foundations. While Mayweather has generated massive earnings throughout his boxing career, estimated at over $1.1 billion, Smith warns that without solid financial planning and transparency, even fortunes of that magnitude can erode. As the spotlight grows brighter on Mayweather's finances, questions linger about whether his high-profile lifestyle is truly sustainable in the long run.
Having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match, all right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I have to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
Oscar de la Hoya, Floyd Mayweather's longtime rival, has been increasingly vocal in his criticism of Mayweather's recent string of exhibition fights. De la Hoya has accused Mayweather of hypocrisy, pointing out that while Mayweather often mocks YouTubers and crossover fighters like Logan Paul, he has simultaneously profited from similar ventures. By labeling others as just influencers while stepping into the ring with social media stars himself, Mayweather appears to contradict his own standards, a contradiction De La Hoya has seized upon in fiery public remarks in a particularly blunt interview. De La Hoya didn't mince words, branding Mayweather a scammer and a fraud for what he sees as exploiting boxing's legacy for personal gain. He argued that Mayweather's continued participation in exhibition matches undermines the sport's integrity, especially when he criticizes others for the very same actions. De La Hoya's comments not only reflect the deep tension between the two boxing icons, but also tap into a broader debate about the commercialization of the sport and the fine line between entertainment and spectacle. De La Hoya has further suggested that Mayweather's exhibition bouts are not only financially motivated, but also a plea for continued relevance. Citing Mayweather's exhibition match against John Gotti III, a chaotic event marred by boos, and a mid-fight referee change allegedly triggered by Mayweather, De La Hoya called the spectacle embarrassing. In an Instagram video, he urged Mayweather to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. Mayweather, however, has defended his choices, claiming that these events are legitimate sources of income and tools for building generational wealth. He maintains that exhibition fights allow him to stay active in the sport while continuing to capitalize on his global brand.
Just quickly, 10 seconds. What's going on with Floyd, Canelo, Instagram? What's up with all that stuff?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, you know, he tried to steal somewhat of Canelo's thunder. He couldn't help himself. He had to crawl under his rock, out of his rock, and make some noise. But look, he's retired. I mean, either he's hurting for attention or he's hurting for money. And you know, we strongly feel that Canelo's the man right now. He's the highest paid athlete in the world, and then we move on and we go forward and we continue with.
Recently, Floyd Mayweather was seen confidently strolling through the streets of New York City, pointing at various high-rise buildings and claiming them as part of his vast real estate empire. Dressed head to toe in designer clothing and trailed by a camera crew, the display appeared carefully orchestrated to reinforce his image as both a boxing icon and a successful businessman. The message was clear. Mayweather wanted to silence growing rumors about his financial instability and reassert his status as a savvy investor. However, the narrative began to fall apart under scrutiny. Investigative journalists and real estate analysts looked into the ownership of the buildings Mayweather identified, only to find that none of the properties were registered under his name or any known business entities linked to him. The revelations painted a very different picture, one that suggested Mayweather's claims may have been more about showmanship than substance. Further fueling skepticism, a recent video captured Mayweather lavishly spending on a rental of luxury mansions, many of which he neither needed nor occupied for long periods. This pattern of renting extravagant properties rather than buying or living them full-time seems aimed more at projecting a lifestyle of opulence than serving any practical financial purpose. Critics argue that these expenditures are less about smart investing and more about maintaining a public image rooted in excess. Despite frequently touting himself as a financial expert and master strategist, Mayweather's spending habits increasingly appear impulsive and unsustainable. His focus on maintaining an illusion of wealth, rather than securing long-term financial stability through prudent investments, raises serious questions about his financial acumen. For someone who claims to build generational wealth, his behavior reveals a troubling pattern of reckless spending and a possible reliance on image over substance.
Floyd Mayweather just signed a deal to lease an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something is just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment. So if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is going to be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans to use this place.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. recently addressed growing rumors suggesting that his reported $42 million real estate investment in New York City had triggered financial troubles. In response, Mayweather asserted that he had independently acquired 62 buildings in Manhattan, boldly stating, "I use my own money and no one else is in on this." His comments were intended to reinforce his image as a self-made, financially savvy investor. However, the legitimacy of this claim has since come under scrutiny. According to an investigation by Business Insider, public property records in New York City do not reflect any recent transfers of ownership corresponding to the buildings Mayweather claims to own. Real estate experts speculate that, contrary to Mayweather's claims of full ownership, he may have acquired only a minority stake in a larger investment deal, possibly with options for future expansion. Further casting doubt, the NYC Housing Partnership, a nonprofit involved in several of the cited properties, stated they had not been notified of any sales or impending ownership changes involving Mayweather or his affiliates. Despite the skepticism surrounding his real estate claims, Mayweather continues to emphasize the importance of financial independence through learning and mentorship. In a candid conversation with rapper Snoop Dogg, he shared his proactive mindset toward wealth building. Reflecting on visits with billionaire friends, Mayweather recalled admiring their luxury assets, but not simply for enjoyment. He explained, "It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it." His comment highlighted a key philosophy. Financial success should come with the knowledge to replicate it. Mayweather's approach underscores the value of surrounding oneself with successful individuals who are not only wealthy, but also willing to share their strategies. His emphasis on mentorship and knowledge transfer reflects a strategic mindset focused on creating sustainable, generational wealth, moving beyond flashy displays toward long-term financial legacy.
Time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this.
Yeah.
It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I'll say, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Because once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children. Then it trickles down.
It's a bloodline.
Yes. So it's about wealth. You know, I'm no longer rich, I'm wealthy. So, you know, when I sit down with my billionaire buddies, I don't sit down with them and say, you know what? Oh, I want to get on your yacht. Oh, I want to get on your plane. No, that ain't what I did. Oh, I like your house. Nuh-uh. You know what I say? Listen, show me the way. I want to do the same thing that you're doing. So if you say that you want to, you keep calling me over here because I'm cool, because I'm fly. You like my swag, you like everything about me, right? Yeah. You do that. I need to invest the same thing you invest in. If not, then we ain't really friends.
Floyd Mayweather's legacy has been tarnished not only by financial controversies, but also by serious legal disputes involving allegations of abuse. In 2014, his ex-fiancée Chantel Jackson filed a lawsuit accusing him of battery, defamation, and invasion of privacy. She claimed Mayweather posted a sonogram of their aborted twins online and threatened to release intimate photos unless she removed an image of herself with rapper Nelly, causing her severe emotional distress. Earlier, in 2010, Josie Harris, the mother of 3 of Mayweather's children, accused him of physically assaulting her in front of their kids. She alleged he punched and kicked her, leaving visible injuries. Mayweather later pleaded guilty to reduced charges of battery and harassment, serving 2 months in jail. These incidents have cast a long shadow over his public image and career achievements.
Mayweather, real quick, okay? So somebody sent me a lawsuit. I gotta go through the details, but apparently a few of his girls, strippers at Girl Collection are suing him for loss of wages. Okay. Now I wasn't gonna pay attention to this because I was just like, how are y'all? And you suing him for loss of wages. I'm trying to figure that out. Like, you get your money from the paper. What does he have to do with your money? And so somebody put a little bird in my ear. They said this was the beginning of the lawsuit. Okay? They're gonna be adding more allegations of harassment and all this stuff. And I was just like, no, hold up, he worked in a club. And so apparently there's more to come. All right. But here's my thing. I was like, the last person that filed a lawsuit against him, alleged anything, where's she at?
Since retiring from professional boxing in 2017, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has shifted his focus to lucrative exhibition matches, often against non-professional opponents such as YouTubers and MMA fighters. These bouts, while low risk in terms of physical challenge, have proven to be highly profitable. A notable example is his 2021 exhibition against YouTube star Logan Paul, for which Mayweather earned a guaranteed $30 million. He has also faced other unconventional opponents, including MMA fighter Mikuru Asakura and YouTuber Deiji, further emphasizing his strategy of engaging in financially rewarding but athletically lopsided contests. Mayweather has defended these matches as lighthearted events that allow him to continue building wealth and legacy without the physical toll of professional competition. However, Critics argue that his post-retirement career prioritizes entertainment over true sporting merit. Boxing purists contend that facing non-professionals undermines the sport's integrity, turning once prestigious events into commercial spectacles. The Logan Paul fight, for example, was widely criticized as a mismatch that blurred the lines between boxing and show business. While these exhibitions continue to attract massive audiences and revenue, they have sparked concerns about the sport's direction. Many believe this shift towards showmanship and profit over competition risks alienating serious fans and diminishing boxing's credibility as a professional sport.
Why? You why? Pick up a couple dollars. You know, they upset. See, they upset because I'm able to milk the game. I'm smart. Kept all my faculties. Made a lot of smart investments. So, you know, when great people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and Waltons, the people that own Walmart and Walgreens, when they're getting money in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it's okay. A young kid like myself, from the inner city, from the ghetto, I worked my way to the top. I was able to leave boxing on my own terms and keep all my faculties, kept a lot of my money. So they're upset that I'm able to go out there and continue to make 40 and 50 and 60 million outside the ring. You can't get mad. Yo, listen, this is what God wanted.
Do Mayweather's exhibition fights show smart business sense or damage boxing's legacy? Share your thoughts in the comments. Legacy or profit? What matters more?